Good evening. I'm Zamaven of the Eventide, and welcome back to Vampire Playthroughs, where we are playing through Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York, the video game.
What is this? 1989? It's like, hey, TT, the video game.
With me tonight is...
It's me, it's Paul. Hi, we're playing video games.
Last we left off in this murder mystery we were solving, we found a clue that had 3 names on it. Those 3 names happened to be 3 characters that we recognized from the video game Coteries of New York. 2 of which weren't that familiar to us. One of which being the Tremere, a character from that game who is now implicated in this. So we went to go investigate him. He was nowhere to be found. He has mysteriously disappeared, but we found his diary and we read his diary and we learned his secrets. And in learning his secrets and reading his diary, we discovered some weird shadowy blood magic that we as a La Sombra possess. And that was really cool.
I didn't catch a word of that because I'm just thinking about why they still call it video games, because it's not like, you're not hooking it into you're not hacking your TV's video signal anymore to play Pong. Those are video games.
You mean like video like VHS?
No,
I think video just means visual as opposed to like a card game.
No, because they used to you have to remember those little boxes you had to hook your Nintendo up to, those little modulators?
No, I think it means video in that it's showing you something on a screen.
Well, they don't call them, well, I guess they do call them video discs, don't they, in some weird way. Video DVDs. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about anything vampire related.
It does start with a V, though.
It does.
Okay, so last we left off, we were coming to Elysium to figure out what was going on with Arturo, who we know was the big bad in the last game. And That's
the British guy, right?
I think you gave him a British accent.
Oh, okay.
He's supposed to have an annoying voice.
He's British now.
But Julia, our character, does not know this, so we're going to have to play dumb. It's weird to play a game where we, the player, have more knowledge than the character does. Not just about, meta game lore knowledge, but about, a specific character and their motivations for a mystery we are literally trying to solve that we're not allowed to acknowledge the stuff we already know about the mystery. I think that's a flaw in this game, personally. And the mysterious blood diary with the creepy spirit that was telling us what to do because we have shadow spirit power says, now let us back here to Elysium.
Yes. I never really got into, I don't think I played Vampire, but I played, I did play Vampire once. It was my very first tabletop thing and I hated it. But now that I'm
I'm not allowed to say that on this channel.
I'm sorry. I mean, this was
you actually played a tabletop
ago. It was my first attempt. Yeah. And I played with a friend of mine.
What was your character?
I don't know. We just had made one up. I was some kind of flesh shaper thing. That was my thing.
Like a
and I remember Huh?
Like a Chimichi?
I guess. I don't know. I just remember I solved a boss fight by making him panic by fusing his lips together.
Oh, that's creative.
Yeah. But the other guys were way too into it, and it was really weird, and that was miserable.
And now you play D&D every week.
No, that's why I wish I could play every week. But
well, every week our DM can play.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Every month.
So you like D&D better than VTM?
I would have to try it again.
As far as the tabletop experience. I mean, it's all about who you play with also. Maybe you just need a better...
I'm just not really big into that super deep role playing,
Well, you do great with D&D.
I know, but I like to have fun with it, but I don't know. I think maybe
you also like to smash things.
I do, yeah. If there's a barbarian vampire, that would be me. But I really like this...
The Brujah.
I do like the Brujah. But I do like this class here. What was it?
La Sombra.
La Sombra, yes. I think they're cool. I'd be terrible playing it, but if it was in Bloodlines or something, the game, the video game.
Game.
I'm sorry, I'm just full of tangents today.
I know Arturo tends to leave the Elysium quite often to take in some fresh air and message people on his BlackBerry.
What is this, 2003?
I just wait until I see him. No, this game came out in 2019.
I know, but who uses a BlackBerry?
Arturo, because vampires are weird and old-fashioned, right? That's how you know they're anachronistic. You're like, something's up with that guy. He might be a vampire.
I hate to think that BlackBerry's the new indie thing now.
The tactic works. He's surprised to see me.
Miss Lewinsky, soon you'll be busy with your investigation.
I am, actually, which is why I've come to see you.
And that's peculiar, because I'm absolutely sure I have nothing to do with this case. Aren't you barking up the wrong tree?
That's what I'm here to find out. I assumed you'd want to see I'm thorough.
I do want to see you thoroughly.
I am a very sexy vampire lady.
Yes, sure, I suppose it's commendable. What is it then?
I have reasons to believe that in the last few months you, the High Regent, Aisling Sturbridge, and her child Agathon were involved in a secretive scheme. His expression changes ever so imperceptibly, but the difference is palpable to me. For the first time ever, he looks at me as a person. Up until now, I was just an amusing diversion. Now, I'm something more, and he doesn't like it.
What gave you this idea?
I'm not at liberty to say. If you really want to know, ask the sheriff. Of course, Kadir doesn't know anything, but he's the only one in the court that Arturo has repeatedly failed to influence. He'll think twice before approaching him.
I fail to see how this matter relates to the task at hand.
I have every reason to think Baron Callahan was involved, and that he might have had grounds to fear for his life because of said scheme. He stands now. Do I have the upper hand?
Miss Sawinski,
Please, answer the question.
the delicate matter you are speaking of has absolutely nothing to do with Baron Callahan's grim fate. It is a strictly confidential affair. It would be wise of you to stop pursuing it.
It would be wise of you to fuck off.
Then again, out loud, I said,
I can't be an investigator if I'm not allowed to properly investigate.
bingo. This matter is unrelated to your work and should be treated as such. I'm 100% convinced Prince Panard would agree. If you insist on pursuing it further, we can take it up with the prince and see if her stance differs from mine. But I think you aren't as naive as to waste her time this way. And besides, she'd certainly want you to present the basis for your discovery to the court. Could you handle it?
Why could I not? Why am I not able to handle it? Just the court's just like gross to me. Well, I don't like us and
I guess you don't know
so I'm
like
gonna
the
go
rules.
with
It's
this.
like telling like a layperson to go be a lawyer.
I have no response. God damn it! This is his revenge for invoking Kadir, isn't it?
I thought so.
Is the High Regent inside?
She is, but don't worry, I'll make sure to tell her not to waste your precious time, Miss Sawinski.
So that's how you're gonna play it, you bastard? Well, I guess you win this round. A strategic retreat is my only choice here. I don't have a full deck of cards yet, but just you wait. In a few nights, I'll take my leave then.
Yes, do that, and if I may be so blunt, focus on the investigation avenues that aren't utterly imbecilic and suicidal to pursue, miss. I bid you adieu.
So would like presenting this theory to the court be suicidal? I miss how that's the case.
Well, it's like she doesn't have a leg to stand on, so she brings it up to the court. She's like, I accuse you, and it's like, okay, you're accusing this high-standing member. What's your basis? It's like, I don't know. It's like, right, okay. Well, we're gonna kill you now.
But instead of him being like, oh, that thing you're talking about couldn't possibly be connected to his death because of this very logical reason, he was just like, shut up, don't talk about it. That's very suspicious.
It is a bit sus.
Yeah.
And also, that mask is not hiding anything.
It's sexy though. I curse him out under my breath as he disappears inside the art hole. Guess this avenue really is cut off for me. At least, for now.
Art hole.
3 names left on my list. I still have some leads to go by, but for now, it's getting late. I should go to St. Patrick's and file my latest report.
A few days late.
When I reached the cathedral, Father Leonard is already there. He's not exactly the most punctual person, so I always feel relieved to see him from afar. Time to move in and move out before I'm noticed by Benoit.
Will this be all?
I guess so. I rattle off most of it in a hurry on the way here. I'll come up with a more exhaustive report tomorrow night.
Busy? Looks that way, Father. Our wayward girl has finally been recognized by her superiors.
Here we go again. Of course, he had to sneak up on me. If even you heard about that, I guess that means every single kindred in the 5 boroughs knows.
I know you're an expert when it comes to knowing who's saying what and where, but the last time we met, you promised to share that knowledge with me.
Yeah, I was kind of lying.
That's the 9th commandment broken, Father. Shouldn't you scold her?
Oh yes, Father, scold me!
Oh, God. Don't involve me in your silly games, Benoit. The way you fall for obvious lies stems from your biggest failing in communication. That is? You only pay attention to the what that's being said, not the how. That's...
Booyah, motherfucker, suck it! Annihilated with an absolutely flawless diagnosis.
Priest here. Child, don't make me regret siding with you.
I'm sorry, Father. Won't happen again, especially if you promise to keep verbally destroying that clown.
You're in a strange mood tonight, child. Go get some sleep. Yes, we'll continue this tomorrow.
I'm not showing up here tomorrow.
Yes, you are. Stop breaking the 9th commandment. See you around, Julia.
He says my name in a sickly, sweet way that gives me the creeps. I bow to Father Leonard and do my best to ignore Benoit and head for Dakota's place. Finally, my haven.
It's her room. Is it? Okay, they're just bringing up Haven now? Haven noun.
A girl has to hide from the sun somewhere, right? That tends to be Dakota's place for me lately. Nobody's likely to randomly stumble upon me while I sleep there. That did not define Haven at all.
No, it really doesn't.
I mean, not like that's in
I mean,
her...
we get it. We know what Haven means.
Yeah, well, this is our 3rd game we've played.
Well, I mean, just the definition of Haven.
Hey. Hey. Another tough night. You don't know the half of it. You want a drink? She points to her neck. I manage to summon a faint smile. I'd love to, but, we can't do this too often. Maybe tomorrow. You want to talk then? Yeah, I guess so. Just not about work, okay? I sit down next to her. Not about work. Got it. What's on your mind then?
Just work.
The past, I guess? Meaning? How spotty our memories are. And how, despite that, that's what we build our convictions on? Sorry, it's so banal. I'm just tired and frustrated.
What's this over here?
It looks like a spirit or something that I'm seeing.
But why?
Because I think spirits just kind of follow me around because I'm La Sombra.
Okay.
Maybe Dakota's apartment is haunted. That's pretty cool.
Of course, I just pointed to the screen, so you'll have to somehow highlight that.
It's
to our viewers.
above right here. There it is. It just showed up again.
Oh, right. Yeah, I was going to say, you have to put something on the screen to show... Oh, yeah, the mouse pointer. That's specifically designed to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison.
The pointer. The point for pointing.
The point for pointing.
Well...
Right.
Let's talk about something more specific then. What do you remember about the first time we met? The time we first met.
Oh, it's going to be a flashback show.
Yeah.
Cop out.
Shit. Not a lot, actually. Those were gloomy, anxious days.
And these aren't?
I think I subconsciously replaced most of them with blank spaces.
That's how I cope.
I remember you trying to paint your hair black. Ouch. Don't dig up my trauma now, okay? I remember that when we first talked, we talked about Hausu. Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
Yeah, Kyle made us watch it.
Yes.
Yes.
It was extremely goofy and wonderful, and I loved it.
Don't say Hausu. It's low-key racist, I think.
No, it's a word in
That
another
is-
language. It's fine.
Nobody ever knows what you mean by house. That show with the asshole doctor? No, the Japanese haunted house horror film that feels like it was written by a 7-year-old with ADHD.
Accurate.
As a mother who has a 7-year-old with ADHD,
He would
Yes.
100% yes. If he liked writing at all, then that was probably the
but he
movie.
doesn't. He's obsessed with math.
And geography.
And maps, yes.
And maps.
Maps, he loves maps.
And coding. And coding.
Yes, coding. In the best way. In the best way, duh. We were arguing which characters from the movie both of us are. You were Kung Fu, and I ended up as Prof, which was rude. You were dressed up like a total nerd, and not my fault. What was the deal with that suit? I liked that suit. Yeah, it was okay. I remember helping you out with graphic design whenever you needed it. Funny, I remember you needing help with writing as something that tended to happen far more often. Yeah, we developed a fun shared aesthetic with similar surface concerns, and it bonded us together even before we made sure we were fully compatible deep down as human beings. Hell, I'm still not sure we are. Especially now, with me not being a human being anymore. Hey, at least we both agree that this bedroom feels super comfy. I remember always feeling left out of your social circles. Always knocking at the door from the outside. Oh, forget it. My social circles were full of out-of-touch, snotty assholes. Yeah, but it felt weird how much they avoided me. And there was that one time with Isabella. All of a sudden, one thing Isabella said at that one party flashes in my mind with startling clarity. After midnight, in that kitchen, without context, she just walked up to me and... She will isolate you. She will suck you dry, and she'll move on to the next target. That's the only thing she knows. Don't remind me of Isabella. She always resented me. It's been so long, and it's all baseless conjecture now, but what if she really did isolate me on purpose back then? Nah. The glass is half full, the past is Schrodinger's cat and all that. Better to believe in the positive version of events. Come to think of it, friend or foe, if you don't believe they're on your side, they will know it one way or the other, and then it's 100% certain they won't be on your side.
Better to be thought of a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Maybe optimism really is the way. Oh, that's right. I chose that character trait to be an optimist, didn't I?
Oh,
Right?
yeah, which seems kind of off-brand, but whatever.
I don't know. I mean, it worked in the moment, and apparently that ended up defining my whole entire character. Yeah, forget Isabella. Let's just drop this talk. I'm frustrated enough. I need a reset. Sounds like a good idea. Off to sleep? Yeah, gotta get ready to go back to hell tomorrow. Alright, I'll get back to work. You're working remotely again? Yeah, my office is going insane for so many reasons, and I'm getting cabin fever too. Get some sun. It'll be good for you. Look who's talking. Good night, sunshine. Good night. That was a weird conversation.
Well, gee, where are we going to go now?
I
Well, we
guess
have to
this
rest first.
Isabella character is going to come up soon.
But we have to rest first, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would be like, if you don't rest and you go somewhere, then it's just like, oh, you fry.
Yeah, I was just curious what would happen. just reading this Bunny as a reporter thing, I'm just like, I don't know what any
I
of that
don't
means.
know.
Yeah. Is this referencing something?
Aw.
I have rested. A few minutes after I wake up, I see a message slipped under the apartment's front door. Kadir? Yup. Looks like he's got a short window to meet me in Queens a few hours from now. Willet's Point. A single suggestion. Get ready for action.
Fun.
Fine then. I will. Best way to do it would be to clear my mind. Just walk without thinking. Reset the framework. Some fresh air should do it. Maybe a chance meeting with someone could get me out of this mental rut. Let me look at the world from a different angle for a while and improve my mood. Although, when it comes to improving one's mood, nothing beats some crimson red pouring down my throat. Not to mention, these cigarettes taste best with a full stomach. Let's go. All right. What have we got
Oh,
here?
so now it's these two things. So it's the creepy girl.
I could go to Big Beat Burger, but there's a loon at the Big Beat Burger.
I'm so sick of the Big Beat Burger.
Hide and seek for tips. I'm being tailed. The last thing I need right now is a weirdo stalker following my every step. Did I take this investigation too far down the rabbit hole? Both of these things feel like they haven't been set up properly.
Well, I think these are sort of starting new little mini storylines.
But since I'm going to Queens later, I think it would make sense to go to this guy.
I mean, you're sort of in the in-between there anyway. Yeah, besides, like, we've seen her a million times. Let's go get stalked by H.P. Lovecraft over there.
Yeah, it's just, me mentioning that I'm being stalked, I feel like I should have noticed being stalked earlier in the game.
It's like a prologue of the story that's about to unfold.
Yeah, I think you're being too generous.
Which is rare for this game. Usually I'm extremely critical.
I'm sure there are better ways of finding solitude than wandering aimlessly in the endless downpour. Apparently it's raining. There are nights when I dive straight into a thizzed crowd.
What?
What's a thizzed crowd?
Hey, Google.
Fizzed.
Fizzed?
And vicariously enjoy their sweat, their hypnotic moves, and mindless self-indulgence. I guess like clubbing with drugged out people is fizzed? I don't know the lingo that the kids are using these days. What is
Simple past tense and past participle of fizz. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, but what does fizz mean?
California slang, African American vernacular for someone, on MDMA or ecstasy.
Okay, so thizzed is a black Californian's way of saying someone's on ecstasy. Why would I, a Jewish New Yorker, know this word?
Well,
Considering that I, Maven, am a Californian that grew up in California and don't even know this word, I am very suspicious that...
third person singular simple present fizzes, present participle fizzing, simple past and past
This
participle
game was made by
fizzed.
Europeans, right? Maybe there's like, this is an American word that all Americans use. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one who's not with it. Maybe the children who are wrong. I don't...
No, it's the children that are wrong.
When my body starts to resonate with a relentless wall of sound, everyone disappears and I'm raptured into a perfect kind of isolation. Yeah, she would use like Catholic imagery.
I guess. No idea what's going on.
Wait, no, Catholics don't believe in the rapture. That's a weird Protestant thing.
Is it? I don't
Wait,
know
no.
that much about it.
Is she Catholic or is she Jewish? I keep forgetting.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I mean, she's wearing crosses, so I'm assuming.
Oh, you're right. I'm just like, it's New York. Everyone's Jewish, right? That's my people. Then there are those nights when I crash on the couch while Dakota goes on a rant about something so far removed from my area of interest, I zone out and enjoy the privacy of my own thoughts. But then there are moments like this one. Nights when I just want everyone to shut the fuck up so I can think. So you go out in public in New York?
Well, it's better than going to the Big Beat Burger or whatever.
Those nights I usually end up mindlessly strolling along the rain-swept streets before inevitably ending up at Big Beat Burger. Or at least, that used to be the norm before this whole mess.
Well, I don't understand why that's her go-to. That seems so unlike...
There's so many cooler places in New York, in Times Square, that she could be going to.
Why should... No New Yorker hangs out in Times Square. Especially not an introvert. What is she doing?
I'm just saying, like, if that's where she's being, there's other places to be in Times Square. Lately, even that kind of solitude seems out of my reach, especially when I'm being tailed by a poor man's Ethan Hunt on a crash diet. Apparently, that's a thing that's happening to me.
Ethan, is that a video game character?
No.
Oh, no, he's the Mission Impossible guy.
Oh, Mission Impossible.
Yeah, that's the one Tom Cruise plays.
Yeah, I knew it was something like The Bourne.
Got it.
He's been following me for 10 minutes, and so far he has managed to bump into an empty newsstand, make enemies of several cab drivers, and even got bitch slapped by a living statue while trying to blend in. Okay, there's no living statues in Queens. Those are all in Times Square.
That's true. Sigh.
As he shortens the distance, I grab a nearby lamppost and swing myself around like Gene Kelly, using the momentum to quickly turn around and look right at him, while singing in the rain.
That's a cool move. I like that. Oh, wait. This guy looks familiar. Who is that? Have we seen him before?
Yeah, but I can't remember.
Nah, I can't remember either. Oh, wait, no. Wasn't he the helper to the rich guy in the limo with the deformed
The
lip?
Nosferatu helper.
Yeah.
In the last game, but has she seen this guy before?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Julia hasn't.
Oh, hell no.
He springs up at the nearest alley. I wonder if he thinks that somehow I did not notice. Yeah, I'm gonna follow this guy. Hey! Do me a favor, will you, asshole? Stop creeping on me! I'm about to walk away when an obnoxious voice, not belonging to the creep, catches my ear. It's coming from the same alley. It's followed by a loud crash from sounds like metal side of a garbage dumpster, followed by a painful moan. Maybe the stalker got himself in trouble?
Good. Yeah, not my problem.
I need to check it out.
Oh.
What? That's the whole point of this side quest.
I think it would just be hilarious just to be all like, meh, whatever.
I should let that creep deal with this himself. I should. But I won't.
Nosy.
Can't have a moment's rest in this goddamn city,
You
can
could
I?
just walk on by.
No, this is fun. I want to have some fun.
All right.
As I barge into the alley, I notice two hooded jocks bullying my scrawny stalker. While the big guy wrestles with a high-tech smartphone, the sleeker one keeps punching. How nice of them to share responsibilities. What is a high-tech smartphone as opposed to like a regular smartphone? And how can I tell the difference? And why are we still using the word smartphone?
Well, at least it's not a BlackBerry. I don't know. Maybe it's a Polish thing. It's like, this is how the Americans do the things?
Do I want to use potence?
Ooh.
Which is like physical strength. Dominate, which is mental strength.
Oh, that
or
sounds
oblivion, which is scare them away.
Dominate sounds way more fun.
Dominate definitely sounds like fun. Turn them against each other. These are my 3 vampire powers. The roughneck notices me, drops the phone. Who drops their phone?
No, it's not his yet.
No, I think he was trying to record their ass kicking with his own phone, but he just
No, I
dropped his phone.
think they were stealing his phone.
And looks into my eyes. Big mistake. He freezes in place as I bore into his mind. Grab the little guy and keep running east as far as you can. East, they're gonna end up on Long Island.
Good, that's just what they deserve.
The thug stiffens like it's the first time a complex idea has ever popped into his head. He turns toward the mortified buddy, grabs him kicking and screaming, and takes off like a cartoon caveman with a kidnapped bride slung over his shoulder. Their struggle seems so comically out of place in this dingy alley, I can't help but chuckle. I pick up the peculiar smartphone on my way over to the stalker. It doesn't take a genius to figure out it belongs to him. The screen is locked and glitches oddly as soon as I touch it. No surprises there, because I can't do technology, because I'm a Lasombra.
Oh, so he's not a vampy.
Well, he's not a Lasombra.
Oh, is it only the Sombras that have trouble with tech? Oh, right.
The stalker seems relieved, but at the same time unnerved by the fact that I'm holding his property. He tries to exhibit some confidence, but his trembling voice undermines the effort.
Listen, well, I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything, but I'd like that back. It's not like you can use it anyway, right?
Oh, he knows what I am.
He knows me. You know too much.
The nervous smirk on his already punchable face kinda makes me wish that I'd left him to his own devices. I'm of two minds about handing over something I could use to gain leverage over the sleazy asshole who's been stalking me for God knows how long, even though I just noticed it 2 minutes ago. Apparently. I'm gonna tease him a little, I think.
Great.
He seems teasable.
Oh.
What is this little thing right here?
Yes, that little thing. Give it back.
Are you sure you want it back? Looks so tasteless and dorky. Overwhelmingly dorky. Wearing a Star Trek t-shirt to an opera dorky. Like Elon Musk probably thinks it's chic and cool dorky.
These are the worst. I ain't joking.
Did you see that? I almost dropped it right into the storm drain. Shit, that was close.
Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. My boss will disembowel me on the spot if something happens to that phone.
Say the magic word.
Jesus. Yeah, okay, please. Can I have it back?
The second he tries something, it goes back into my hands and under my heel. There you go. He catches the phone with the liveliness of a little boy getting his first video game console.
Like, that's a good image. I like that.
Please, sir, may I have a console?
I think he tossed it to him, like when he's like, oh yeah, oh, wow. Thanks, Jules. I really appreciate that.
He knows my name and makes a point of bragging about it. Not particularly subtle. Why the fuck are you following me? Are you with the Camarilla? Did somebody tell you to watch my steps? He looks confused when I mention the sect's name. I realize after the fact that it was probably a really stupid thing to say to a random creep.
Not sure what a caramella is. Sounds tasty. Oh, I was saying caramella to be really stupid, but that's exactly what he said. Wow, I'm right in character. Sounds tasty. But my boss, he's an important guy. You want to be on his good side, let me tell ya. Now, that said, he doesn't tell me anything I don't need to know. All I know is that he wanted me to keep an eye on you tonight.
Something, you're being watched, something, powerful friends. That's the best you've got?
You're not getting anything else from me. If you want to finish what those alley rats started, you go ahead. But you'll be wasting your time, Jules.
The loser seems to brace for a hit, contorting his face
What are you
into a
doing
confusing grimace, which was probably meant to express bravado. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. Fair enough. But call me Jules again, and this time, when you lose your phone, you'll need a proctologist to help you find it.
Ooh, snap. Kinky, ain't ya? I'll see you later.
You won't, if you know what's good for you.
I don't.
He doesn't respond. As he limps away, I realize that the rain is slowly letting up and that once more, I'm left with more questions than answers.
Get on the 405 and get out of here.
C'est le refrain de ma vie. It's the refrain of my life.
Yep.
I guess like story of my life. The French version of saying that. I decide to get on with my night and focus on the relief that comes with realizing I'm not the voyeuristic object of some creep's interest. Been there, done that, wouldn't recommend. Time to get a move on.
The California.
It's time to get back to work. I step inside the subway and head for my meeting with Kadir. Oh, for fuck's sake, I thought you were kidding!
Nope, I couldn't reach her, but I know for a fact Hope is there.
He's pointing in the direction of a double spiral building.
What does that mean?
I don't know. And what is she doing there?
I understand she's the current leader of the company, acting CEO, to be exact.
Hope was the Malkavian cam girl.
Oh, she's a CEO or something? Alright,
She was very tech savvy.
I guess so.
No. You're pulling my leg. Of all the places in this city, The company that brags about creating IT solutions for the future, always surrounded by rumors of monstrous workers' abuse, all sorts of ethical violations, trading information with governments, and ending the career of a certain promising journalist and professional fuck-up who attempted to investigate them seriously.
You might be able to ask her both professional and personal questions. 2 birds with 1 stone.
I don't get it. Last I checked, the company belonged to Kara Montgomery.
I'm told she quietly took a sabbatical a few months ago, and it sure looks like the kind of sabbatical you don't come back from.
Corporate backstabbing?
Not a single corporate shark is as good at drawing blood as a patrician kindred. Pretty sure there are bigger powers involved.
Patrician is Ventru. We know all about Ventrus. They are the Wall Street snobs, the rich princes. Yep.
I miss Gwen.
Gwentrue the Ventru.
Yes.
I remember I was shocked when I first learned that one of my nemeses back in my old life was a vampire all along. When I realized her position made her untouchable to me, I was beyond mad. Well, whatever happened, it couldn't happen to a nicer person. What about her brother Jesse?
You're asking me? Last I checked, you were the expert on this company. I just handled the basic intel for you. Even though I shouldn't even really be here.
Yeah, and I hope you realize I am grateful.
You better be.
So, is Hope just another corporate shark?
Well, she is the child of Carter.
A theatrical pause. He smiles as he sees me wince.
But very much unlike him. He took her in for her particular multifaceted talents related to the internet, knowing he's hopelessly behind the times in that regard. I hear she's been unruly, though.
Well, unruly is good. I can work with unruly. So, you're telling me she might not be a stuck-up startup bitch.
Language? As I've told you a few times now, when it comes to the internet, just assume I haven't the slightest idea.
I'm getting there myself. I haven't been able to check my email for 5 months. I have no idea what the kids at BBB are talking about most of the time.
Better Business Bureau?
Big Beat Burger.
Oh.
My God. I might be getting old.
You can't use technology. Don't be so hard on yourself. Besides, you don't grow old anymore. Don't worry. The moment you realize you don't give a damn about most fads you would have cared about years ago is a liberating one. Been there, done that, at the beginning of the 20th century.
Old.
Anyway, you'll probably hear Hope's story straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have much time, so I'll get straight to the point. You shouldn't be looking at anything in the main building. It's just a front. Ignore it. What you want to do is use the elevators to get to the lowest floor of the building.
I heard stories about the double spiral basement, but I had no idea what to make of them. Every source told me a different
Double Spiral's
rumor.
The company, not the style of building. I thought they were talking about the style of a building.
I mean, their building could be in a double spiral with a creepy basement.
I mean, look at the neighborhood we're in, though. Does this look like a place like a tech company would set up shop?
That's what she was saying. She couldn't believe it.
All right. I thought you couldn't believe it that a weirdo like Hope was in charge of a CEO of a tech company. Did any of them tell you a rumor about an army of underground ghouls?
No, but I'm all ears.
There's an army of underground ghouls. Double Spiral employs an army of ghouls as a cheap workforce. They work and live underground, away from prying eyes, with lesser rights than regular kind employees. Perfect for business.
Double spiral is supposed to be like Amazon or Google.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like kind of a googly kind of thing.
Like, well, she said the thing with the whole like abusing workers and stuff made me think it was more like Amazon.
I mean, they're definitely big time if they're making like headlines for, you know, worker abuse.
Wow. I'm actually speechless for a second. I had profoundly low expectations at that company, but every time I learn something new about what's going on behind the scenes, I'm still surprised at the level of scumbaggery at play.
I'll leave the moral judgments to you, expert. In any case, you'll need to reach room number 507, where the CEO supposedly resides.
And then
It hope to answer your questions.
his old-timey flip phone vibrates.
Speaking of, if you've got any left for me, it's now or never. I'm needed at the art hall now.
How should I approach the building?
I've told you everything I know. Just do what I do all the time.
And that is...
Scout the situation, then decide.
Right. I forgot that's what you do all the time.
You mean scouting?
No. Stating the obvious. The phone vibrates again.
Well, that's it for me. Arturo is pestering me to show up at the Elysium 5 minutes ago.
Tell him I kindly suggest he should go fuck himself.
Not in 1,000 years. Well, good luck with your mission, soldier.
With a mock salute, he disappears inside his car and drives away. Nothing left for me to do but head in. Still, I'm anxious. There are 2 approaches to choose from. Whichever I pick, I will have to stick with it. If I force my way in and assert my authority, bad cop style, that should make an impression. Bad bitch coming in with the entire court behind her back, bluffing her way to victory. Sneaking in and politely asking for cooperation seems like the less disruptive, more me option. But it's not like being me has taken me anywhere thus far. Shit. I kind of wish I was still stuck in my routine where I didn't need to be doing things like developing a personality.
You've only found like 2 traits thus far. You're doing a crappy job at it.
It's a bit of a coin flip, honestly, but I gotta make a choice here. How do I approach double spiral? All right, be aggressive or stay covert.
I mean, stay covert seems like the obvious answer.
Yeah, that's like what the answer...
Well, it hinges on, are the people inside vampires?
They're ghouls. The only vampires hope.
But ghouls can be mind controlled. Correct? They can be dominated?
I mean, so could not ghouls.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, because if you're covert, you know, you could sneak around everything, no big deal. But if you're aggressive, then...
See, covert seems like the smarter choice, but the way the dialogue option here is presenting it makes me think like there's a trick and I should pick the other choice.
I mean, it's probably like easy mode, hard mode, you know, covert, easy, aggressive, hard.
Unless I go covert and they're like, nope, sorry, and I have to be aggressive anyway.
I think aggressive sounds way more fun.
Yeah, but am I here to have fun?
We're playing a game. Yes.
Games aren't supposed to be fun.
This is work, damn it.
Should we just be aggressive? Be aggressive?
I don't know. Should we leave it off here and let the people decide?
We have been going for almost an hour. Is this the
Well,
moment?
I had to take 5 minutes to put our son to bed, but so 55 minutes.
Is this the moment?
This is the moment.
No, not
Jam all the odds.
So, all right, yeah, good idea.
We're the
'cause
gods.
we don't know how long our time in double spiral will be. Coming up on an hour, we don't want to spend another hour doing that. Save that for next time. Though I feel like nothing happened in this hour that we've been playing so far.
No,
What did we even do?
Well, I mean, we did character development. We got her out of the big beat burger.
True, yeah, we had a talk with a girlfriend.
Yeah. And we got to talk
got
like
stalked by the guy.
a much larger variety of characters than we normally do.
And I'm surprised that the scrawny guy doesn't know he works for vampires. Like, that's weird. Or at least he's never heard the word Camarilla before.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, he is kind of on a need to know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's better to stay covert.
Well, wait,
Paul
you did
thinks...
know that you could not use the cell phone.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably because it was locked, huh? Okay. I thought because he knows
No,
he can't use
he
tech.
He knew.
Well, you know, it was in...
But yeah, he's never heard the word Camarilla before. It's weird.
I don't know.
But anyway, I think it's fair to stay covert. Paul
I
thinks
wanna
it's
go
time to
aggressive.
be aggressive. what
Well,
you
no,
vote in the comments with your words.
Gosh, if
and
only we had
choices.
like a YouTube poll thing built in, that would have been
no
super
polls
freaking handy.
on YouTube anymore.
But
Yeah.
now that you framed it as that, it's like, do you vote with Elisa, who is smart, or Paul, who is not smart?
No,
I think it's going
Paul,
to be.
who is fun. Elise, who is smart. Paul, who is fun.
We'll make a Twitter poll so it'll be easier to.
No, nobody on Twitter watches my Let's Plays.
No, I'll put a link down there. Link down on the doobly doo.
I can do it on Patreon. Patreon has polls.
I know, but okay. Do they have to be a patron too?
No, I'm just saying, leave a comment. I will read all your comments. I will add them up. I'll make a tally sheet. That is how we will vote.
There are 50,000 ways to do this easier. I can make a Google form. We can do it that.
No, I want comments on my video. It helps the algorithm.
all right.
Yeah, it's good for all of us. Just
Slam that like button.
leave a comment. Time to be aggressive, or better stay covert.
This video is brought to you by Blue Apron.
But it's not. We
No,
have
it's
zero
not.
sponsorships.
Yes,
We
it
make $0. But we want your engagement for the algorithm. So leave a comment on whether we should be aggressive or stay covert.
And then leave a comment about that comment.
Don't tell me a spoiler about why I should do one or the other. Just based on the way I'm playing this game and way I'm viewing my character, what feels right.
I wonder what percentage of the audience has played this game through.
Good chunk of them.
Okay.
A lot of people have played this game and they'll be like, oh, I wonder what the Maven thinks of that game I liked or didn't like. And then they want to hear what we say. I like this orange sky artwork. Like, considering that it's the middle of the night, there must be a huge fire going on
Yeah,
in
it seems
Queens
very
right now.
apocalyptic.
Yeah, what's on fire in Queens?
Everything.
Everything.
Oh, that's double spiral right there. Wait, that does not look like a big company front.
That's why she was so shocked. It's like, this is where a double spiral is? This is Jeff Bezos's
I thought it
baby?
said bubble. I thought it was like a bubble tea place or something, but oh, okay.
No,
Whatever.
it's got a basement full of ghouls, so what do you expect?
Sure.
Yeah. All right, well, there it is.
We end with a whimper. No vampire news this month?
The only news I have is sad news that my trip to Romania, Transylvania, and Dracula's castle has been pushed back a year because of COVID still being bad over there. I guess they thought it would be better, and it's not. So my trip has been pushed back a year. And I'm less sad because Elvira was going to be on that trip, and I was going to get to meet her. Now I have to wait a year.
Don't worry. It'll give us time to plan. You can learn more about Romania and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Next year.
And besides, you're already paid up. So what if prices go up for travel next year, you're locked into the lower price.
Oh, you're so optimistic.
I know. See, I'm glass half full. I earned
Yeah,
that
look
trait
at you.
halfway through one of these episodes.
Yeah. Your personality is really fleshing out there, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You. I've been working hard. It only took me 40 years.
Anyway, tell us what we should do next time. Which approach we should take?
I want to be aggressive.
And you will decide the fate of our character in this game. I will literally tally up all of your comments and see which vote wins, and that's what we'll do. Whether I agree with you or not is up to you.
I'm going to hijack the mouse and click aggressive. So just so you know, like, no matter what the actual Democratic vote is, I'm just I'm staging a coup.
I could just go back a step and redo it my way.
I wish the world worked that way. do over. Save state.
Anyway, till next time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for tuning
all.
into the most awkward close to a video we've ever had.
No, there's definitely been more awkward
Yeah,
ones.
this is true.
Yeah, no,
she's
we're
listening to the end of
fine,
some
we're
of my
fine.
videos.
Join my Patreon if you want to support me. Otherwise, see you on YouTube. Like, comment, etc. Algorithm. Love you. Good night.
Vampires. Video games.
Blah.